back at work. Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues.
So, Big Tigger is finally speaking out after serious allegations were made by his wife, Alicia Brown. And now, in a surprising twist, Alicia appears to be walking back parts of her original story. If you haven't been following everything, you can check out my previous video for the full breakdown. But here's the quick version. Alicia, who is married to Big Tigger, uploaded a video to her Instagram page along with a caption that read, "Someone asked my husband why my face happened." She also tagged a woman named Francesca Amaker in the post. Francesca Amaker happens to be Big Tigger's co-worker, and Alicia strongly suggested that the two were involved in an affair. The situation quickly grabbed attention online, and there are even more details connected to Alicia's daughter that added another layer to the controversy. But after all the speculation and online discussion, Big Tigger has now released a statement firmly denying the allegations against him. One detail I forgot to mention is that a lot of people online were already questioning Alicia's claims for several reasons.
I'd like to apologize to you, Francesca, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology. Out of respect for everyone involved, I've asked for grace, privacy, and restraint as my family navigates this difficult moment. For more than 30 years, I've had the privilege of serving this in many communities through music, entertainment, and connection. I remain grateful for the trust so many of you have placed in me throughout that journey, and I intend to continue living and leading in that manner, worthy of that trust. And to all the people who have either quietly or loudly stood up and stood 10 toes for me, I appreciate it. For the people who have reached out to check on me, I appreciate you. No name dropping necessary, you know who you are.
First, many commenters brought up the fact that her daughter has been missing since 2019, and reports have stated that Alicia was the last known person seen with her. Because of that, some people were skeptical and began looking more closely at everything being shared online. Then there was another moment that got people talking. Just one day after posting the video where her face appeared to show bruises and marks, Alicia uploaded another video where her face looked noticeably different and appeared fine. That sudden change raised even more questions across social media. And the discussion grew even louder when, the day after sharing the video with the visible injuries, she posted on Threads and wrote, "Now that I have your attention, uploading." That message immediately sparked a wave of reactions and speculation online. After that, a lot of people started questioning Alicia's intentions and were saying things like, "Okay, so you did all this for clout." The online conversation got even more intense when Alicia later clarified that she never directly accused Big Tigger of harming her. Journalist Lauren LaRosa shared an update, posting, "I just received a statement from Alicia Brown, the wife of Big Tigger. They are currently the focus of a domestic dispute investigation following a video Alicia posted of her bruised face with the caption, 'Somebody ask my husband why my face happened.'"
Wife posted this video on her Instagram page with the caption that said, "Someone asked my husband why my face happened." And you see she tagged a woman named Francesca Amaker. Now Francesca Amaker is Big Tigger's co-worker.
Lauren also noted that Alicia said she never called her husband an abuser. In her statement, Alicia said, "I want to be clear. I have never called my husband an abuser. Social media has drawn its own conclusions from information that was shared. But those conclusions are not statements I have made. I respect the legal process and believe law enforcement should be allowed to do its job without interference from anyone, including me." That statement immediately caught attention because many people felt it was very different from how her original post had been interpreted online, adding another unexpected turn to an already heavily discussed situation. That statement quickly set off another round of debate online.
This whole situation got me tight, because why would you get on the internet crying with a bruised up, gashed eye talking about ask my husband what happened to my face. Girl. And now you're backtracking. Lady, what the fuck did you think people were gonna think? I'm very confused. Then you have the nerve to say social media has drawn its own conclusions from information that was shared, but those conclusions are not the statements I have made. What did you think people were gonna think? And now Big Tigger has finally made a statement of his own. You know, I didn't know what to believe. But then you don't want to not believe the woman, because a lot of times women be scared to speak up for themselves because people in the world don't believe them, but it's because it's shenanigans like this being played. I feel like don't come to the internet if you don't want the internet to speak on it.
Many people pointed out that while Alicia said she never directly called Big Tigger an abuser, her original post led a lot of viewers to make that connection on their own. As a result, social media became divided, with some defending her clarification and others questioning why the post was worded that way in the first place. Meanwhile, Big Tigger decided to address the situation himself. In his response, he strongly denied the allegations and pushed back against the narrative that had been spreading online. He also expressed frustration over how quickly people rushed to judgment before all the facts were known. As the story continued to gain attention, many commenters started calling for patience, arguing that the investigation should be allowed to play out before anyone reaches a final conclusion. Others said the conflicting messages from both sides only made the situation more confusing and raised even more questions about what really happened behind the scenes. As more details started circulating, people began taking a closer look at the timeline of events. Social media users were comparing posts, screenshots, and public statements, trying to figure out how everything fit together.
Especially when it's about somebody who is well known. She knew people were gonna speak on it. She knew the blogs were gonna pick this up. That man's career could have been really, really messed up behind this. There's still a possibility that it could be. It's upsetting because there are real victims out there. And when people do things like this, it takes away from when those victims are ready to tell their stories. Because a lot of times people don't want to hear it. Or they're ready to say, oh, she's lying. I'm glad Big Tigger finally spoke up for themselves, but their statements were both released around the same time. So maybe this was a coordinated effort. Who knows? I do have a question though. I'm hearing that the wife, Alicia, has a missing child on the missing persons report. Where's the child? Is this true? What's going on?
The back and forth only made the situation a bigger topic of discussion across multiple platforms. At the same time, others argued that jumping to conclusions based on limited information could be unfair. They pointed out that online speculation can spread fast, especially when a story involves well-known public figures. Because of that, many people urged everyone to wait for verified facts instead of relying on rumors and assumptions. Still, the conversation didn't slow down. Critics questioned the mixed messaging coming from the situation, while supporters said Alicia had the right to clarify her position if she felt her original post was being misunderstood. With statements being analyzed from every angle, the controversy continued to grow, and many viewers were left wondering what information might come out next. Then things took another interesting turn.
Big Tigger responds to being accused of cheating on his wife with his co-host and putting hands on her. So you had Big Tigger's wife posting a video where she looked like she got beat up real bad, had stitches all on her eyes, and basically was accusing Big Tigger of causing that and cheating on her with his co-host. So you had Big Tigger making his post saying, over the past several days, there has been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen when you are a public figure, and I appreciate the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically that these allegations and accusations that have been circulating are false. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francisca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to her for the impact of these last few days. Out of respect for everyone involved, I ask for grace, privacy. Grace, privacy!
Once Big Tigger's denial and Alicia's clarification were both out in public, people began debating whether the entire situation had been misunderstood from the start. Some felt Alicia's original post sent a very clear message, while others argued that social media users may have filled in details that were never directly stated. The reactions were all over the place. One side believed the wording of the post naturally led people to certain conclusions, while another side said it was important to focus only on what was actually said rather than assumptions made online. That disagreement kept the conversation trending and sparked thousands of comments across different platforms. What made the situation even more complicated was the amount of attention it received in such a short period of time. Every new statement seemed to create another wave of discussion, with users breaking down every detail and searching for answers. For now, many people are watching closely to see whether any additional information will emerge as the situation continues to unfold. As the story kept spreading, more people started paying attention to how quickly public opinion can shift online. One post sparked a huge reaction, then a clarification changed the conversation, and suddenly everyone was debating what the original message was really meant to say. It became a reminder of how fast narratives can take off on social media.
Boy, did you see that woman's face, the way she was looking? Talking about some grace and privacy, and that woman was looking the way she was looking. And restraints as my family navigates this difficult moment for more than 30 years. I've had the privilege of serving my community through music. Boy, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Nobody's trying to hear all that. And nowhere here are you denying putting hands on that woman. Entertainment and connection, and I remain grateful for the trust so many have placed in me throughout the journey. Through that journey, I intend to continue living and leading in a manner worthy of that trust. So that was, Big Tigger. He ain't addressed that woman and what she was looking like at all. She was looking real bad. He's just over there claiming he ain't get with the co-host or whatever. I don't even know.
Another thing that caught people's attention was the gap between what was implied and what was directly stated. Many commenters argued that those are two very different things. Some felt the public had every reason to interpret the post the way they did, while others believed it was unfair to treat assumptions as confirmed facts. That debate became a major part of the discussion. Meanwhile, supporters and critics on both sides continued sharing their opinions, keeping the story in the spotlight. Every update seemed to generate another round of reactions, screenshots, and commentary. With so many questions still being discussed, people remain locked in on the situation, waiting to see whether any new developments will bring more clarity to the controversy. At this point, one thing is clear: the online reaction has become almost as big as the original story itself. What started as a single social media post quickly turned into a major discussion, with thousands of people sharing opinions, theories, and reactions across different platforms. The attention surrounding the situation shows just how quickly a post can take on a life of its own. Many people are also pointing to the importance of letting facts come out before making firm judgments. While social media often moves at lightning speed, investigations and official processes usually take much longer. That's why some observers have urged caution, saying it's important to separate verified information from speculation. Even with that reminder, the conversation remains highly active. Every statement, screenshot, and update continues to be picked apart and analyzed by viewers trying to understand the full picture. Until more information becomes available, the story is likely to remain a hot topic online, with people closely watching for the next development and wondering what surprises, if any, could come next. What has really kept this story moving is the number of unanswered questions that people feel still remain. From the original post to the later clarification and Big Tigger's response, every new development has added another layer to the conversation. Instead of settling the debate, each update seemed to create even more discussion online. A lot of commenters have focused on how powerful social media can be when a situation begins trending. Within hours, people can form strong opinions, share clips, repost screenshots, and help a story reach a massive audience. That's exactly why this situation became such a major talking point across multiple platforms. At the same time, others have stressed that public discussions don't always tell the complete story. Information can be interpreted in different ways, and details can sometimes be missing while events are still unfolding. Because of that, many people believe it's best to wait for confirmed facts before reaching any final conclusions. For now, the spotlight remains firmly on everyone involved, and social media users continue watching closely for any new statements, updates, or developments that could shed more light on the situation. So now, Alicia's tone seems very different from when this situation first exploded online, and a lot of people aren't quite sure what to make of it. The shift in messaging has left many viewers with more questions than answers, especially after the strong reactions that followed her original post. At the same time, it's important not to jump to conclusions. There can be many reasons why someone may later clarify or change how they speak about a situation. And since the full facts are not publicly known, it's difficult to say exactly what's going on here. That's why the debate has remained so divided, with people interpreting the developments in very different ways. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you believe in this situation? Do you think Alicia's clarification changes the way the story should be viewed, or do you believe Big Tigger's response clears things up? Drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. And don't forget to leave a comment because I want to know where you stand on this story. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.